Arsenal are officially through to the Champions League semi-finals after a high-stakes showdown against Sporting Club. Mikel Arteta rallied his squad to defend their slim first-leg lead, proving once again that they have the grit to grind out results when the pressure is at its absolute peak. We have all the action, the analysis, and the fallout from this massive European night.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Before the match even kicked off, all eyes were on Arsenal midfield engine Declan Rice. After battling fitness concerns that kept fans on edge, the 27-year-old opened up about his unlimited self-belief and why he refuses to put any limits on what this team can achieve this season. We dive into why his confidence is the secret weapon for the Gunners heading into these final weeks. The atmosphere in North London was electric as Arsenal held firm for a 0-0 draw to seal a 1-0 aggregate victory. This result guarantees consecutive semi-final appearances for the club, setting up a thrilling upcoming clash against Atletico Madrid. Get ready to relive the best moments from this nail-biting encounter as we look ahead to the next stage of the journey. Despite critics calling the performance lackluster, Declan Rice made it clear that he simply does not care what people think. The squad is laser-focused on reaching the final and securing silverware, regardless of the noise from the outside. If you love deep-dive Arsenal updates, instant match reactions, and the latest news on our road to glory, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel now. The stakes have never been higher for Arsenal. We are just 90 minutes away from clinching a spot in the Champions League semi-finals for the second year in a row, a massive milestone in the club's European evolution. After a nervy but clinical 1-0 win in Lisbon, the pressure is now squarely on Mikel Arteta's men to finish the job on home turf. But let's be real, this isn't going to be a walk in the park. Sporting CP arrives in North London with everything to play for, bolstered by a streak of strong form and the hope that Arsenal's recent stumble against Bournemouth has left the door ajar for an upset. With Declan Rice confirmed fit to start, Arteta is clearly going for stability and steel in that midfield. But is that enough? While some fans are worried that the side looks stale, there is no denying the magnitude of what's on the line. We're fighting on two fronts, sitting at the top of the Premier League and knocking on the door of a European final, the kind of pressure that defines great teams. Will we see the controlled, disciplined performance that keeps our dreams alive, or will the weight of the occasion get the better of us? It's time to find out. If you're backing the Gunners to turn this into a night to remember, smash that like button and subscribe for all the latest coverage. We're in the business end of the season now. Do you think we have the depth to go all the way, or are we running out of steam? What separates the good players from the truly elite? It isn't just raw talent, it's the unshakable conviction that the ceiling doesn't exist. Declan Rice has been the heartbeat of Arsenal's season, and frankly, the conversation around him being a contender for Player of the Year is no longer a fringe opinion, it's a reality. But when asked about the silverware and the accolades, Rice isn't caught up in the hype. He's focused on something far more internal, his own evolution. Rice recently opened up about his mindset, admitting that as his career progresses, he's realized there are no limits to what he can achieve. And let's be honest, in the relentless grind of a Premier League season where games come every 3 days, that kind of mental clarity is a superpower. He isn't sitting around daydreaming about trophies, he's building a foundation of pure confidence. He put it perfectly. Once you walk onto that pitch believing you're going to play well, the negative noise just fades away. It's that infectious, positive energy that's helped drive Arsenal to the brink of greatness this year. However, there is a catch, and it's a big one. Arsenal fans are currently holding their breath. With a massive Champions League clash against Sporting CP looming, followed by a season-defining showdown with Manchester City, the club is sweating over Rice's fitness. It's the harsh reality of a grueling campaign. After 46 appearances, even the strongest engines start to sputter. He's already had to step back from international duty, and now, the uncertainty is palpable. Mikel Arteta knows exactly what we all know. When Rice is in that lineup, Arsenal is a different beast entirely. We need him fit, we need him sharp, and most importantly, we need that unshakable belief on the pitch for these next 2 months. Do you think Arsenal can take down City without him? Drop your predictions in the comments below. After all, championships aren't just won with talent, they're won with the grit to keep going when the pressure is at its peak. Ever felt like you were holding your breath for 90 minutes straight? That is exactly what it felt like in North London as Arsenal punched their ticket to the Champions League semi-finals. We held firm to grind out a 0-0 draw against Sporting CP, which, thanks to Kai Havertz's late heroics in the first leg, was all we needed to seal a 1-0 aggregate victory. It wasn't the prettiest performance, but in European football, results are the only currency that matters, and Arsenal is officially back in the Final Four for the second year in a row. Now, the stakes get even higher. We have a massive date with destiny against Atletico Madrid. We head to the Estadio Metropolitano on April 29th for the first leg, before bringing the battle home to N5 on May 5th. It is going to be an absolute war. If you want to relive the tension, the key moments from the Sporting clash are already up and ready for you to watch right now, with extended highlights and the full replay dropping this Thursday. So, do you think we have what it takes to get past Simon's men? Hit that like button, subscribe for more coverage, and drop your score predictions in the comments below. After all, the road to the final is never easy, but this team is proving they belong among the European elite. Does it really matter how you win, as long as you make it through? Arsenal just punched their ticket to the Champions League semi-finals after a tense, goalless draw against Sporting Club, and while the performance was hardly a vintage display, the result is all that counts. The Gunners weren't exactly the dominant force we've come to expect. In fact, there were moments where Sporting looked genuinely dangerous, even rattling the post and putting Arsenal's defensive structure under real pressure. It wasn't pretty, and if you're a fan looking for total dominance, you might feel a bit underwhelmed. But here's the reality of knockout football. Survival is the only objective. Declan Rice put it best when he dismissed the external noise. He's absolutely buzzing about reaching another semifinal and couldn't care less about the critics or the armchair analysts dissecting every misplaced pass. Rice's attitude is exactly what you want from a leader, focused on the next step, not the chatter. Arsenal knows they'll need to sharpen up to survive the next round, but they've proven they can grind out results even when they aren't firing on all cylinders. That mental toughness is a superpower in the latter stages of the Champions League. Do you think Arsenal can step up their game for the semi-finals, or are they living on borrowed time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, hit that subscribe button for more updates, and remember, in the world of high-stakes football, it isn't how you start, it's how you finish.